Good morning, it's Barbara. It is pretty chilly out there, looks like, but I am going to bundle up and go out. Um, it is a bright, beautiful, sunny day. It looks like it thought it was going to rain, but we thought it was going to rain too. It rained a lot yesterday, but I'll tell you all about that. Good morning, it's Barbara. Sweater weather. It's not too bad out here. I probably don't even need the shawl, and it doesn't go with my sweater. I've broken out the winter sweaters. Well, I took one of my things down. Good morning, it's Barbara. I'm home. We drove home yesterday. Poured rain the whole way. Really tense-making drive, but Aura handled it really well, and so that was good. And she was glad to be home, but she was in better shape somehow than when we went down, and that was good. Maybe better timing of brakes. I'm not sure. Taking breaks was tough because of the pouring rain, so we had to find a place with shelter. Anyway, whatever. We got home safe and sound. Now the house is strewn with our stuff. We took so much stuff, and I have until Thursday to get it organized and cleaned up because Christy and Rich come on Thursday. And I don't know what time. I guess I need to find out. They're driving, so probably late. Wicket is coming. The girls are going to be so excited. So excited. I am without dogs. We don't pick them up till this afternoon. They get a bath because they are so smelly when they spend a week at camp. So smelly. So I hope you can hear me. It is very windy out here. And the trees are loud because, of course, we're starting to get, well, they're just loud. Maybe because they're crispy, I don't know. Our deck is covered, it's starting to get covered with leaves, so it's been a little fall-like since we were gone. I forgot to harvest my tomatoes before I left, so I'm hoping I can rescue some of these, and maybe I'll make tomato soup again because my tomato soup was really good. So, anyway, we are home. We ended up having pretty nice, beautiful weather. Well, you saw the whole time we were there, but it was cool, so it wasn't really enticing to go in the pool. I did go in the pool one day with the girls. I had splashing fights with Isabel and, but it wasn't, the air was chilly. The girls loved the pool. Actually, it was a pool week for them. The pool was the word of entertainment for those girls because they were swimming every day, and then they played pool at night because of the pool table downstairs. And I think Samantha was 6-1 against Vicky. Samantha actually scratched on the 8 ball one time, so she lost one game to Vicky, but I think she won 4 or 5 or 6 possibly over the course of the week. And the granddaughters had never played pool before, and they turned out to be so good at it. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Anyway, they had a lot of fun. Samantha declared it was the best vacation she'd ever had. So, and she's 7. So that was great. And it really made all the difference to me to have them there. Yeah, it was really nice. It was really nice. But, I wasn't sad to be home. I'm not sad to be home. I'm glad to be home. I'm looking forward to Christy and Rich coming. And, yeah. And it's nice and chilly, and I may be making tomato soup. See how those tomatoes are. When I'm done with this, I'm going to get a big bowl and go collect them and see what I end up with. But yeah, we were glad to be home, but Aura did very well on the way home, and so that's good. We were quite concerned. So yeah. I did some reading while I was there. I hardly did any knitting. I did not finish Isabel's sweater. But I have one more opportunity. Well, I have lots of opportunities. But Jason has won some kind of award. He's very sad that he won this award. But it involves 3 days in Orlando. And he's like, I don't want to go to Orlando. So Allison's going with him. So I will be going and playing Nana at home, getting the girls to school and picking them up and all that stuff. And, you know, they're about an hour away from me, so I don't think it makes sense for me to try to come home and then go back. So I'm just going to go and camp at their house for 3 days. And, yeah. So maybe I'll finish this letter then. By then. Because she'll need it by then. I don't know if there's any hope for me. And in fact, I'm embarrassed to tell you this, but I did not go to the yarn shop when I was there. And this is the yarn shop that started me on the whole knitting thing in the first place. I didn't go. I have so much yarn. I was going to go maybe look for some little tchotchkes for Megan because I have an advent that I have to start putting together. And, you know, but I didn't go out very often. I went to the grocery store a couple times, went to the drugstore once. I mean, I just didn't go out much. I went out to the gazebo, I went out to the deck, but yeah, anyway. I've been reading. I was reading. I forget the name of the author, but I have just finished the third book of the Hawthorne Legacy, I think it's called, or the Hawthorne Games, or the Hawthorne something like that. It's a young adult book. I will look it up and look the author, and I'll put it down below. I really enjoyed them. It's about a girl. The first one is about a girl who, you know, her mother recently died. She's trying to figure out how she can, you know, she's a senior in high school, how she's going to get a scholarship. She's going into senior in high school and sort of on her own and, you know, whatever. And then she gets a phone call and you are, you know, the main heir to this multi-billionaire guy that she's never heard of. And, but she has to live in his house for a year. Before she actually comes into her inheritance. And that would be like a few weeks after she turned 18. So it really, you know, he has 4 grandsons who live in that house, and they're big game players, and they're always trying to figure out riddles and, you know, things like that. And it's all about the riddles and what this guy, you know, anyway. I enjoyed it. I just finished the third book. The third book, it reads like a trilogy. Now, there's a 4th book. I'm 23 weeks away from getting the 4th book from the library. And I'm interested to see what it is. Although I think it's called the Hawthorne Brothers or the Hawthorne Boys. So it might be more about the 4 boys. Although, of course, you learn a lot about them in these books. But her story is kind of wrapped up in the 3rd book, like a normal trilogy. So anyway, I enjoyed it, and I'll put it down below. But it's young adult. I guess that's where I'm going these days, young adult. You know, I don't want to read about real world stuff anymore. You know, I can't do the real world anymore. So young adult is where I am. You know, you wake up in the morning and now you inherited $47 billion. You know, that's where I am. Anyway, we are starting to have a little fall around here. Our gorgeous red maple tree has not really started its transformation yet, but we have a few red trees around here. We have lots of leaves on the ground. We have some trees that drop their leaves pretty early, and that's what's been going on. We didn't see a lot of fall colors as we drove north. I think we've got another 2 weeks to go before we're sort of in full color. Gonna have to take Aura out and about for a ride so she can see, because she loves the fall foliage. So I'm gonna find some good rides to take her on so that she can get her fill of the fall foliage and not just have to look at the falling leaves out her window. My favorite tree, which is this maple right behind me, unfortunately is not favorite because it's beautiful in the fall. It turns brown. The leaves turn kind of brown and fall off. I hope you can hear me. It's really noisy out here. Anyway, it feels like such a fall day today. I'm in my beautiful sweater made from the yarn from Benta of Arctic Crafts. And yeah, maybe Orr and I are going to have a fire one of these days. My first fire of the season. We shall see. Meanwhile, I'm going to go pick my tomatoes and see what's what with them and see if I can make more tomato soup, because we need to make, you know, it's a soup day. It's a soup day. Not a cloud. Yeah, it's a lie. I can see one cloud, but we expected it to be rainy today. It rained the whole way. It rained after we got home. It was raining. I don't know if Dennis was brave enough to go look in the basement and see how the basement did. I don't think he went downstairs. He has invited me to play his game. He's got a new game. He's a, you know, RPG player, role-playing game player. And we played EverQuest together many, many years ago and other things together. But I got kind of away from it when I started playing poker and stuff. And he's been playing Baldur's Gate, which is a new game that came out not that long ago, Baldur's Gate 3 or something like that. And he's really enjoying it. And he came in and said, "Do you have any interest in this?" Because sometimes he likes company, you know. So I may be. And I've been finding myself not knitting, not knowing what to do with myself in the evening. I mean, that's how sad my knitting is, that I have time and I have, you know, I'm sitting there and I still don't want to knit. So it does make me sad to think about, but I think I need to let that go a little bit. But anyway, so he loaded it on my machine, says that he thinks it'll play on my machine. Okay, I have a machine in his office that I call my machine. That's not really, it's his machine, but that's where I do my editing and stuff. So I might start playing Baldur's Gate with him. He would really like that. And I think it, you know, might be just a little something, something that I'll enjoy too, because I did enjoy playing EverQuest back in the day. But of course, you know, that was 20 years ago. More than 20 years ago. Yeah. I've changed over those 20 years what I enjoy and, you know, that kind of thing, you know, how. So, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go pick some tomatoes. I'm going to see about some tomato soup. And I am, yeah, going to putter. I already started puttering, putting things away. I'm just going to putter. I'm going to putter and put stuff away and get things cleaned up. Or I have some friends coming over Tuesday afternoon. So really my goal is Tuesday, so that, you know, she won't be embarrassed. She doesn't embarrass easily, though, so I'm not really worried. And they'll go hang out in her room upstairs, and her room upstairs is fine. It's not going to be all discombobulated until Thursday. And then she loses her room while Chris and Rich are here, because it goes back to being a guest room. So, which she's perfectly happy to do. And, yeah, so that's what's going on around here. Anyway, I'm going to go. I keep saying that, and then I keep not doing it. Please take good care of yourselves. Please, please stay safe and stay sane.